It's Kinder Korner with Rebbe Duvid. He's got stories from the tales of the Tzaddikim today.
Hi boys and girls, it's Rebbe Duvid from yeshmalasot Kinder Korner with another story for you. And the story we're going to talk today about is about the great mendel of Rimonov. Rimonov was a small town. Many years ago there was a big Rebbe. And in that town they're very poor. And there was a very poor man, and he had to have a chassan. He was going to marry off his daughter. So he went to the rich man of the town and he said to him, "I'd like to borrow some money from you." The rich man started to laugh, make fun of him. "You borrow money from me? You're a poor man. To borrow means you have to pay it back. That's what the word borrow means. You're lying to me. You're not going to pay it back. You have no intention of paying it back to me." He says, No, really, I'm going to pay it back some way, somehow. I know Hashem will give me the ability, the koach, the strength to pay you back the money. The rich man still didn't believe him. He says, "You're poor and you have no intention of paying me back. When you said borrow, you meant to steal the money. But you know what? I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm a good sport. You get someone to guarantee this money and I'll loan the money to you and you can marry her for your daughter." The poor man was so happy, he was filled with glee that, wow, he's going to have the money, he's going to be married for his daughter. And he took the close of the contract from him, the IOU, and he ran off. And where did he go? He went to the Beit Medrash. And he went in front of the Aron, and he opened the Aron where the Holy Sefer Torah is, and he said, "Hashem, I have a emunah in you that you will pay back this money for me. Some way, somehow, you'll find the way for me so I can pay back the money." And what did he do? He signed Hashem's name to the contract, to the IOU. And he brought it back to the man that same day. The man started laughing. He says, "Are you kidding me? Hashem is going to pay me back the money? That's a joke." But you know what? In the spirit of humor, and because you're pretty funny, and you're making me laugh, that to really think that Hashem's going to pay back the money, I tell you what, I'm going to give you the money. You don't have to pay me back. Here's the money for your chasana. You take it. Mazel tov, mazel tov, mazel tov. Well, about 30 days later, a man came, showed up early in the morning to the rich man's office, knocked on the door, and asked for the rich man. His secretary said, "He's not here yet." So he handed him an envelope. And he said, "Please give this to the rich man when he comes in." Later that morning, the rich man came in. The secretary gave him the envelope. And it was the IOU and all the money. The rich man thought to himself, how did the money come back to me? I feel terrible now that I told this poor man to pay me back the money. And then I said, "You can't pay me back the money," that you're really lying to me and you're not going to pay back the money. And now he's paying me back the money. And in more than that, according to halacha, we didn't set a date for it to be paid back. And if there's no date, the halacha says, pay it back in 30 days. And he paid it back to me in 30 days. Now I feel terrible. I have to find the poor man. I have to beg for mechila, for forgiveness from him. And he found the poor man. He said, "Please forgive me, please. I'm so sorry they made fun of you. You really did pay me back the money." The poor man was shocked. He says, "I didn't pay you back the money. I'm still trying to gather the money to try to find so I can start to pay you back. I don't have any money yet." He says, "Well, who returned all this money to me with the IOU?" So they thought, what can we do? So went to the great mendel of Rimonov, the Rimonov Rebbe. And they said, "Rebbe, here's the story and here's the envelope." The Rebbe held the envelope in his hand. He opened it. He looked inside. He closed the envelope, kissed the envelope, and handed it back to the rich man. And with tears started to come down the Rebbe's face, he said, "You don't understand. This little man, this poor man, had such a emunah in Hashem that Hashem would, in fact, pay back the money, that when he signed Hashem's name to the IOU, that it caused a fire in the Shemayim, that everybody in the Shemayim, the great Tzaddikim, came to Hashem and says, 'I want to pay back the money.' Avraham Avinu said, 'Let me pay back. I'm Avraham Avinu. I'm the father of the Jewish people. Let me pay it back.' Moshe Rabbeinu said, 'No, I'm the leader. I brought him out of Mitzrayim. I brought him all the way to go into Eretz Yisrael. Let me pay it back.' Duvid HaMelech says, 'I'm Duvid HaMelech. I'm the king. I'm the one. I should pay back.' Hashem said, no, none of you will pay it back. He says, 'I'm going to bring the messenger of messengers, the messenger of Elionovi, who will bring Mashiach, who will herald Mashiach. He will bring back and return the money.' And he said to this rich man, he said, had you only had the same emunah, the same faith in Hashem, that Hashem runs the world, that Hashem controls everything, and that Hashem would pay back the money, you'd have had the schus, the merit, to have seen Eli Navi in person. So boys and girls, if you walk down the street and you see an envelope laying around somewhere, don't be shy, pick it up. It could be the envelope from Eli Navi.
מלך פעמים ריבונו של עולם, מלך פעמים ריבונו של עולם.